Emiliano is Kevin Garcia with FightHype. So I was just talking to your dad a few minutes ago, and I was actually asking him about just, your history with T.O. You guys have gone back and forth, and just your thoughts on T.O. working in Capetillo with Canelo.
I mean, going back and forth, I don't know too much about that. I mean,
that's what I said.
Okay.
Yeah,
I never heard that.
Maybe there's somebody else, like Keyshawn.
that wasn't
I saw
us.
them going at it, but no, I got nothing but love for T.O. I mean, I fought under his card. It was a great card, and at the end of the day, the same way that he was young and hungry like me. I know he got a belt at 140, so I don't know if he's going to 147. I just know that at the 140-pound division, I am going to win the world title.
No doubt. Now, at 135 right now, you've currently fought, there's a lot of prospects there. There's a lot of people. And obviously, there's no rush on your career. I'm sure you have a grand plan for what you see. But if you had to, make a pick now or a preferred possible next opponent, who would it be, especially at that division where it's stacked? I mean, look, at the end of the day, I'm only worried about getting to a world title. Whoever's in that way, I mean, whoever's ranked above me, I'm looking to fight them. And I'm a contract killer. Top rank, they send the contracts and I take them out. That's it. So we're looking to do 2 more fights this year. I'm super excited, super ready, and we're going to show the world that the Vargas are here to stay. So I mean, like I said, whoever's at the 140-pound division, I mean, possibly, I'm down for the 135-pound division too. I mean, later down the line, we meet up at a catch weight or something. Do you prefer 140 right now?
I prefer 140. At the end of the day, listening to my father, he's had all the experience, and he definitely knows, and definitely tells me, to listen to my body. So I think that's something that's really important. I'm only 20 years old, and I'm gonna continue to grow. So, we got all the experience, from the good, the bad, the ugly, and I just want to continue to win.
So 140, correct me if I'm wrong. You haven't fought there yet, right?
I have fought there.
You have? Okay.
I have fought there. My last opponent, I stopped him in, I think, 45 seconds, and I think that was sooner than Keyshawn did. So that was the same opponent Keyshawn did. So he tells me after, he goes, "You hit harder than Keyshawn." So I mean, look, man, he's another great fighter. But I just, you're not gonna disrespect me. That whole thing that happened in
LA.
Yeah, you're not gonna put your finger in my face. So I'm real respectful at the end of the day. But these guys, they want to take my head off. So when we're in the ring, it's all business.
Got you. Canelo, he's obviously fighting this weekend. You have a great relationship with him. Just your thoughts on his fight. How do you see it going?
The experience is everything, definitely. I don't think Berlanga has fought one champion, not one. So, Canelo is going to do what he's going to do, and I think less than 10 rounds.
Thank you.
I asked Canelo.
Emiliano.
I asked Canelo if anybody thought, if fans think that Berlanga will win is by lucky punch. So ask Canelo from 1 to 10 on the scale 1 to 10. How possible is that Edgar will then?
I mean, boxing. You never know what can happen, but for the most part, if I'm a betting man, I'm a bet on Canelo. So, like I said, the experience is everything. Every fight, not just this fight, one lucky punch can end it. So, I just think Canelo's, prepared himself. He's seen every style, and I mean, one more. What different is Berlanga coming with that he hasn't seen? So that's how I'm feeling.
Talk about your relationship with your father and how this camp went.
My daddy's getting old. His hearing's going a little bit. But I love him. I love him to death. I wouldn't be here without him. And like I said, the experience is everything. So I'm looking to, uplift, definitely the Vargas dynasty and really make a name for myself as well. So I mean, we all fight for different reasons. I think definitely one of mine is to make my own name as well. The same way my dad was hungry and wanted to be somebody in life, I want to be the same. So. I'm not living off of nobody's last name, but it's just a blessing that my father did what he did as a father should. As a young man, you should want your kids to be proud of you, and you should want that. So I mean, that's not his fault, that's not my fault, but I'm doing my thing, man. So I'm just grateful for all the beautiful fans that support me, support my father, support my family, and we're gonna keep on winning.
Emiliano, obviously you mentioned you have the relationship with Canelo, of course, right? You're going with Canelo, but to play devil's advocate as a fighter, what would you say are the keys to victory for Berlanga, if he has any?
I think, I haven't really seen Berlanga fight too much, just the, 1-round knockouts that he's fought. You know, 16 in a row. He does have power. I think definitely don't gas out. That's the main thing. Conserve your energy and you know, try to box, try to punch, and see how it goes. You know, so you can have a game plan, but once you get in there, you know, it's a different story.
Who would you be more interested in? Should Canelo win this fight, which, you know, everybody believes he will win the fight? Is it a Crawford fight or a Benavidez fight?
You know, I think Canelo can do whatever he wants. You know, there's nothing that he hasn't done in the sport that, you know, that's left to do. You know, whether Canelo wants to fight Benavidez, you know, that's on him. But I know he's gonna want to get paid that amount for that. So, you know, it was cool chopping it up with him in the gym at Capetillo's and, you know, really picking his brain. And you know, he said it himself. You know, he's done everything in the sport. So, you know, you gotta give that to him.
Is there any like gem you could share that really stood out to you when he was giving you some talk?
Yeah, no, I just think you know, he kept on emphasizing discipline, and I think that's the main thing. You know, you got fighters that, you know, keep on getting locked up. You got fighters that you know, blow up 40, 50 pounds after they fight, and you know, I think that's why I'm so consistent. And Top Rank has me back to back. You know, it's a blessing. Like I said, my next fight is on ESPN Live, and the whole world's gonna see it. So I'm definitely gonna make a statement, and we'll finish off with, you know, one or two more fights this year. So I'm super excited. I'm super ready. You know, and you know, I want to be one of the best. So this is the roadmap to do it. I'm staying in the gym, listening to my old man, and you know, they're gonna be back in the ring September 20th.
Not that old.
Emiliano,
Not that old.
Emiliano, do you ever think about you adding a chapter to this Puerto Rico-Mexico rivalry one day? Like, does that ever cross your mind?
Yeah, no doubt. I think those are the biggest rivalries. You know, it makes sense. You know, I wanna be in the arena and see both flags, and it's just something that, you know, even from the outside, you're looking at that like, wow, you know, you got so many people that are so prideful of where they come from, and rightfully so. So, you know, hopefully down the line, we definitely have a big fight later.
Who are some of the other great Mexican fighters you study besides your dad and Canelo, and who else?
Salvador Sanchez, definitely Chavez. You know, I'll tell my dad sometimes, like, you know, we'll be sparring, like, I want to spar like Chavez today, so I'll be in the inside working, you know, different fighters like that. You know, definitely Canelo. And honestly, my style, I like to box and punch, so I really look up to Canelo on that. He can do both. So.
On the flip side, do you have any all-time favorite Puerto Rican fighters?
Puerto Rican fighters, I think I like. I forgot his name. The one with the curl.
Camacho.
Oh, yeah.
That was a great fight with him and Chavez, and he's a showman too, man. You like to watch him, so he's definitely a great fighter.
Emiliano, you grew up with you know, Fernando Vargas, the man, and the father. Was Fernando Vargas the trainer? Like, is that a little different when you're dealing with the trainer Fernando Vargas and not with your dad?
You know, he's definitely what I need. You know, he'll push me, and sometimes, you know, I push myself so much that he'll see me coming to the gym when I probably shouldn't, when I should be resting, and he'll be like, son, just go home, you know, or see how I'm feeling. So, you know, he's my father, he knows how I'm feeling, and, you know, he can definitely tell how I'm feeling.
Fernando, how have you felt about being the trainer now, man? Not just being the fighter and full on being the not the assistant coach, but the head coach of training your son.
Like I said, you know, like, to me, it's a blessing, you know, to be in all my kids' corner. I've taught them everything they know. Emiliano, like I said, you know, he started. He's the one that made me a trainer. You know why? Because, you know, I took him to some amateur fights, and they were they asked me if I could give the winner and runner-up trophy to in the show, and I said absolutely. And so, you know, I took Emiliano with me, and Emiliano goes, like he saw the greatest thing on earth. He goes, "Papi, yo quiero hacer eso." "Daddy, I want to do that." I go, "You don't want to do it." "Papi, yo quiero hacer eso." "You don't want to do it." He goes, "Daddy, I want to do it." I go, "If you tell me after school that you want to go to the boxing gym, I'll take you to the boxing gym." As soon as I picked him up, The first words out of his mouth. You gonna take me to the boxing gym? I took him to the boxing gym, and here we are.
How did that make you feel as a father?
You can't even imagine what I feel when you didn't have it. You can't even imagine.
Is there like conflicting feelings because you know how dangerous the sport is, but at the same time he's so happy he wants to carry the torch forward?
Well, all my kids are doing it. You know what I mean? It is the most dangerous sport in the world, but it's the greatest sport in the world. You know, like my experience with my boys, for me to be in the corners, helping them out, knowing where they've been and where they've been, where they want to go. I've already been it. I've already done it. And I'm waiting for them with a sack hand. So you can't tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about. I know exactly what I'm talking about. So, you know, just being able to be by their sides in the corner, knowing what I see that I could benefit them in, because I lived it. So I think it's an amazing thing, you know, that what I'm living right now with my kids out.
What is
I mean, do you remember those moments when, you know, you asked your dad to take you to the boxing gym?
You know, ever since I was younger, I definitely, I've always been around boxing. You know, me and my brothers would always put on the gloves, or somebody out with a bloody nose. So it's just that's the blood that we have in us, and at the end of the day, I fell in love with it. You know, and having my first sparring and becoming, a national champion, I just kept on falling in love with it, and grateful to God, we're shooting for 12-0. Like I said, this one's gonna be all around the world. Everybody's gonna see it, so I'm definitely gonna make it a show. And I know. Obviously, my opponent's gonna be ready to go. So it's just I'm super excited. Like I said, I wanna close the year out strong, and definitely show the world that I'm here to stay.
Emmy, in terms of style,